Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market video. Now in today's pre-market video, we're going to take a look at the news which is going to affect the Indian market today. Plus, we're also going to take a look at the BankNifty and Finnifty. I'm looking at two indexes instead of one. This is both are having the expiry today due to the trading holiday which is tomorrow. So I'm going to take a look at what option buyers and option sellers should do in each of those indexes. Now, before we delve into the indexes, let's take a look at the news. On the international news front, the main news which is dominating the markets is relating to China. This is China releases retail sales and industrial output data, as the retail sales rose by 2% on a year-on-year basis, while industrial output rose by 5.2% on a year-on-year basis. Now, this brings one interesting phenomenon. This is as China's growth right now is as lopsided as it has ever been. This is the nominal retail sales rising by 2% versus industrial output rising by 5.2%, means that the GDP growth is primarily supply side driven. This will cause issues down the road for China, and I'm sure the plenum meeting of China, which I discussed yesterday in the pre-market video, will try to cover this and try to offer some stimulus to also lift up the demand side. This is, if it continues being supply side driven thing, it will cause a problem for the Chinese economy. Why should everyone worry about that? This is a weaker Chinese economy will mean decreased demand for goods and services from other countries, as they do buy a lot because they're a huge population like India too. So this will be heavily relevant for countries that export to China a lot, such as Australia, Brazil, and several Asian countries. So that is why the Chinese data is very important. Now, coming to the other international news is basically the US market, as of now when I'm recording it the night before, is positive, as the probability of Trump winning the election has risen significantly now. He was already having a lead. Now the assassination attempt over the weekend has risen it more, and Trump is always known to be a pro-business president. Even in his first time he was. So due to that, the American market is doing rather well and his stocks are doing well. Now on the local news front, yesterday everyone was waiting for the Geo Financial Services results. As I could see, a lot of the market was putting about Geo. Now the net profit has come out flat in the first quarter of fiscal 2025. So that is basically it's come a non-event. Then the only other local news which I saw, which is going to affect the indexes, especially the BankNifty and Finnifty we are trading today, is the Reserve Bank of India has introduced new guidelines for banks, cooperative banks and NBFCs to strengthen fraud risk management. The key changes will be something like compliance with justice. Lenders must now give borrowers a chance to explain themselves before declaring an account fraudulent, in line with the Supreme Court ruling, enhanced due diligence, and so on. So I believe this is a positive thing. This is, as if you have been watching the pre-market videos constantly, last week the RBI had said that there are a lot of fake accounts, false accounts being created by banks so as to hide frauds and also reduce the bad loans. So this is something that will also address that, as that is something that it's a time bomb that needs to be fixed, as it should not grow to a scale that it becomes a bomb for the banking sector and in large for the economy. So it's a good move by the Reserve Bank of India. Now we'll go to the indexes. Now I will first take a look at the BankNifty, after which I'll take a look at the Finnifty. Now the BankNifty has been trading in a box range. Anybody who is day trading the BankNifty or even positionally trading knows that we have been basically, yes, the news might say, oh, BankNifty, Nifty have broken this high, might have broken the high by 20 points. This is, we have basically been going range bound. So, how do I see tomorrow's trading session? I'm saying tomorrow, as I am recording this the night before. Now, how the BankNifty has closed shows a higher potential of an upside move rather than a downside move. Why I say that is it has managed to cross above all the key moving averages, and it has closed above that. Then the second factor, we have seen many high volume bullish bars which have managed to ensure that the index stays above the 52 to 50 support, which it has been using from a long time. This is the past few days has been one of the best attempts to go below it. However, those attempts have been thwarted, and we have remained in the box range due to this high volume bullish bars. So now what am I looking for in today's trading session? As an option buyer, as an option seller. Now, as an option buyer, I will only go long in BankNifty in a way that is basically with a heavier volume, I would say, a heavier foot if we break 52,800. If we break 52,800, and at that point the volume is very bullish, and this trend can catch an indicator, the black line is back above the red line, then that will indicate a move up to first 52,980, which I believe we will go through, and we'll reach the first main hurdle, which is 53,100 and 53,180. By chance we break that, then we'll go to 53,350 and 53,460. But most likely, I believe this will be if we break 5200, this will form, the top of the day will form around here. And another thing you have to pay attention, if BankNifty breaks 52,800 and goes above here, due to the next day being a trading holiday, some profit booking will have to come. So any up move will also have somewhat of a down move. It can have a normal down move, or it can have a full erosion, how we have been this. Because if we look at it, 53,100 and 53,180, I've been using it from a while with clients, and it has been stopping all the moves. It's been basically the top of the box range. So that is why, as an option buyer, that is what has to be watched. Now, as an option buyer for the downside, until it breaks below 52,450, then it's only when we can get a move to 52,250. This is a very strong support. Then this is an ultimate strong support. So on the downside, as of now, it's limited to 52,250. Only if we break that, then we can get a big down move. But our likelihood of us breaking it tomorrow is, I think, pretty low. So my view is more on the BankNifty for the upside, but it has to break 52,800 in a strong way. So now I've said as an option buyer what I'm doing for BankNifty. Now what am I doing as an option seller? Now as an option seller, basically for this expiry, I will focus, if I'm going to put $100 into the option selling thing, I'll put 60 to 70 in the PE cells and only 30 in the CE cells. But I will, if you're an aggressive option seller, then 52,450 and below can be a zone to sell. If you're more laid back, then 52,250 or 51,980. But always keep tight profit stops on the option selling side, because these days we get sudden moves that only last 1 to 2 minutes and then it dies down. We can see all these long wicks. These were those moves. Sudden move for 1 to 2 minutes, then it cools off. So due to that, keep tight profit stops to ensure the gains are remaining, because throughout the day you learn well due to decay, expiry, dual expiry on top. Now on the C sell side, I'll be more cautious. I'll go towards C selling towards the latter part of the day, not the beginning of the day. And I'll only go if we basically are still at the latter part of the day below 52,800, but I do not think I'll go aggressive to this point. C sells, I'll wait more for an up move. That's why I'm saying the latter part of it. Then I will sell above 53,100, basically. Or if you're higher risk, 52,980. So again, for option seller, I'll be selling P's in the morning and C's later on, as I'll wait for a move. When the move comes, then basically sell at the high of the day, and that way the C's will also decay in that manner. So that's my analysis for BankNifty. Now we'll go to the Finnifty. Now for the Finnifty, we have also been trading in a box range, and in fact I have not had to update the levels from what I was using last week. That's how bad the box range has been. Now the Finnifty, due to its lower liquidity level, I focus more on option selling in it rather than option buying. Option buying, I still keep it as bread butter, Nifty and BankNifty, as they have the best exits and the best entries. On all strikes you'll find liquidity, whether you go out of the money, in the money, or at the money. So now for Finnifty, I will follow a similar pattern. I'll focus more on option selling. So in the earlier part of the day, I will look to sell basically below this support which I had shared last time even of 23,450 and 23,520, as it has held all along. So the probability of it holding is pretty high, as it has been. I've covered Finnifty every week in expiry, and I've kept the same levels as we have not moved anywhere. So I will sell basically P's below this and keep a tight profit stop and let the thing continue towards the thing. In the latter part of the day, any move towards 23,850 and 23,920, I will basically look for it towards the end of the latter part of the day to sell C's above here. This is even if we go to 24,080, the C's of this will end up decaying very well, of 23,920 and above. So my logic is, any up move comes, same as BankNifty, that's when I'll sell C's and come down, let them expire. Well, so for BankNifty and Nifty, the BankNifty and Finnifty, that's I've shared my trading plan for option buying and option selling. For option buying, Finnifty, I said I will not focus because of simple liquidity issues. Unless you're trading in the money strikes, you're not going to get anything really done in terms of heavy volume. If you're entering only very slow volume, it's okay, but if you're entering a bit heavier, you're not going to get the drive you need. So that's it for both. If you like the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.